In the world of British royalty, old traditions are very important. And in the grand palaces and fancy ceremonies, the Duchess of Cambridge, Kate Middleton, has to follow some really strange rules that might surprise you. From strict fashion rules to confusing food restrictions, you'll be left wondering just how different life is for the Duchess. So let's get started. Number 1. Ixnay on the PDAs. First up, we're going to talk about how royals show affection in public, and it's pretty interesting. So, there are some special rules for the royal family when it comes to showing love in public. They usually avoid doing things like hugging, kissing, or holding hands when people are watching. The Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, William and Kate, especially prefer to keep their affection private, except for their famous kiss on their wedding day. The reason behind this is that the royal family wants to appear very professional and serious when they're in public. They want to show that they're focused on their duties and responsibilities as royals. They believe it's important to keep a certain distance from their partners to maintain a dignified and proper image. It might seem a bit strict, but it's all about making sure the attention stays on their official roles and not on their personal relationships. Number 2. Political views and voting aren't allowed. The royal family has a rule about not getting involved in politics, and Kate is a pro at following it. It's not a coincidence. You see, in Britain, there's a system where the Prime Minister and Parliament make important decisions for the country. The royal family knows it's important to stay neutral and not take sides on political or government matters. Even though there's no law saying they can't vote, they choose not to because of tradition. This way, they can be seen as symbols of unity and fairness. They have to balance their public responsibilities with the ever-changing political world. Now, Meghan had a bit of a challenge with this rule because she had been involved in politics before joining the royal family. When she became a working royal, she had to figure out how to follow royal customs and stay neutral, even though she had her own political beliefs. Number 3. Garlic has been banned from Buckingham Palace, so the Queen doesn't like garlic at all. It's so disliked that it's not allowed in her royal kitchen. Even too many onions is a big no-no. And get this, she likes her meat well done, with no pink at all. But let's think about it for a moment. Imagine a life without the flavors of Italian, Mexican, and Asian food. It's hard to imagine not having the delicious taste of garlic in our meals. We bet Kate keeps garlic in her pantry at home to add to her cooking and make it extra tasty. Number 4. There's an order in which they enter a room. Now let's learn about how the royal family enters a room. When they make their grand entrance, it's not random. It's all about the order of precedence, which means the ranks decide who goes first. Leading the way was Queen Elizabeth herself, showing her grace and elegance. Next comes Prince Charles, who is next in line to the throne. Camilla follows, adding her own touch of elegance. Then we have Prince William, who steps forward with his royal charm. And of course, Kate joins him, although she might be getting tired of all these rules by now. If Prince Harry and Meghan are there, they join the procession too, bringing their own unique style to the royal group. Number 5. Don't drink tea any old way. The British love their tea time, but if you want to join in, you have to do it the right way. Kate and the other royals are experts at drinking tea with style. Imagine this. They hold their teacups delicately, placing their thumb and index finger on the top of the handle, while the middle finger gently supports the bottom. It looks so elegant when they take a sip. But wait, tea lovers, there's more to this fancy ritual. They drink from the same spot on the rim of the teacup to keep it looking clean and beautiful. They want to enjoy their tea without leaving any lipstick stains behind. And here's a surprising fact. The pinkies out poses that you might have seen? Well, the royals don't do that. They know it's not the right way to hold a teacup. They want to stay graceful and sophisticated without any unnecessary showiness. Number 6. Chins must be parallel to the ground. There is an interesting rule in the royal world, the way royals should hold their chins when going downstairs. It might sound silly, but let's take a lighthearted look at this forgotten rule. Imagine royal women gracefully walking downstairs, keeping their chins level with the ground. It looks elegant and poised. But let's be honest, does anyone really care about the perfect chin angle? Probably not. Can you imagine someone having the funny job of checking Kate's chin angle during her outings? Nobody has time for that. It's like an old rule that nobody pays attention to anymore. Number 7. Kate must wear a hat. When you see a formal event with the royals, you can be sure the royal women will be wearing amazing hats or fascinators. It's a tradition that goes back to the glamorous 1950s, when hats were very fashionable. The royal family always wants to look stylish and make every occasion special. But here's the interesting part. After 6 p.m., the hats come off. Yes, you heard it right. It's a rule that lets the royal ladies change up their outfits. So, when you see Kate at evening events, she won't be wearing a hat. Her hair will be flowing freely. But don't worry, on very special occasions, like formal ceremonies, you might see her wearing a beautiful tiara that adds extra royal charm. Whether you wear a hat, fascinator, or simply let your hair down, embrace your own style and show off your inner sparkle. Fashion is all about having fun and feeling confident. Let's salute the world of headwear and make every day a fashion show. Number 8. Kate must pack a black outfit. In 1952, the Queen received sad news while she was away from home. She didn't have a black outfit to wear for mourning, but showing quick thinking and compassion, a black outfit was brought to her as soon as she arrived in London. It was a poignant moment as she stepped off the plane dressed in mourning clothes. And that's how a royal tradition started. Since that day, whenever a royal travels abroad, they have to pack black clothes, just in case a family member passes away. Some may think it's a bit sad or a sign of bad luck, but it's actually a thoughtful and meaningful gesture. This tradition is about being prepared and showing respect. It ensures that if there's a loss in the family, no matter where they are, the royals can pay their respects and honor their loved ones. It's a symbol of unity and a strong bond within the family that goes beyond borders and circumstances. Number 9. Monopoly is forbidden. Now let's learn about the royal family's game night. It's really fun. So here's the surprising thing. Monopoly, that popular board game we all love, is actually not allowed in the royal family. Can you believe it? But don't worry, Kate is known for being competitive. So even though Monopoly is off limits, there are plenty of other games for her to enjoy at the royal family's Christmas gatherings. Maybe Uno will become the new favorite, or they might have a blast with the clattering hippos of Hungry Hippos. The royal family has their own quirks and rules, but that just makes their game nights even more charming. Even without Monopoly, they still have a great time, with lots of friendly competition and laughter. Number 10. The stop eating rule. Imagine a grand dining table where the Queen is in charge. One of the strangest rules, not just for Kate but for anyone dining with Her Majesty, is that they have to stop eating when the Queen is done. It's quite a power move. But don't worry, we don't think Queen Elizabeth abruptly stops eating within a few minutes. She was much more thoughtful than that. Let us share a lovely story that shows the Queen's grace. A former butler once shared a remarkable incident. One guest was so engrossed in enjoying a dessert that they kept adding more fruit to their plate, unaware that the Queen had already finished eating. When the guest realized their mistake, they were horrified. But guess what? The Queen, being kind and considerate, took a sip of her drink, smoothing over the awkward moment at the table. With that said, thank you for watching. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more. And if you found this content helpful, give the video a like. See you in the next video. Till then, take care.